There are currently 2 coaching vacancies in the NBA. Speaking of Hollywood, of course, the Lakers' job is open after Dan Hurley opted to stay with UConn, and the Cavs, a top young team in the East, is in need of a leading man. Here's my guy, Windy, on the Lakers versus Cavs job. Get your second win, folks.
For many people in the NBA, I think they would think that the Cavs job is more attractive. Now, you're going to say why. Why is that?
Yeah.
Number one, and the most important reason, is that the Cavs roster is better. The Cavs have a better team than the Lakers do. I don't know if the Cavs have a better team than the Lakers on October 1st. We can debate that. The Cavs have a better team. Secondly, the Cavs play in the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference right now, the ability to compete and win at the highest level it's an easier path. And frankly, the Cavs organization might outpay the Lakers on a head coach.
All right, Andraya, let's break this down. What do you think is the more attractive head coaching job? Would you say Cleveland Cavaliers or Los Angeles Lakers?
This one was tough because I think an opportunity to coach LeBron is always an incredible opportunity for any coach that wants to cement his career, but the Cavs is the better job. Job security-wise, we've seen what has happened to Lakers coaches. They're fired after 1 season. They're fired after 2 seasons. They're fired after winning a championship. The West is a gauntlet. Yeah. Just like Wendy just said, it's almost impossible to come out of the West. Even the top team doesn't come out of the West. So the West is a gauntlet. You have more job security. All of this also depends on whether or not they're going to keep Donovan Mitchell, which that's a little up in the air, so we'll have to see. Donovan Mitchell is a huge key when it comes to depth, when it comes to role players, knowing their roles exactly. Max Strus is going to be big for them. I think the Cavs is a much better job in terms of security, knowing what you're getting, and playing in the East. They made it further in the playoffs this season than the Lakers did.
Yeah.
The conference is a factor. I get that, but we don't know what Donovan Mitchell's going to do. Nobody knows. He's flirting with the Knicks. They also fired.
He should come to New York. Right. This is where he's from.
He's from up there.
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Brewster
the whole
and all that. They did fire Bickerstaff, which wasn't fair. Yeah. I could argue Ham. I can't argue Bickerstaff. Bickerstaff did a good job. They won a playoff series. He didn't have 2 of his stars there against the Celtics. They actually won a game. They were competitive, and they fired Bernie Bickerstaff. Really? That's a little weak. And the history of an organization has to play into this. The Lakers are the second biggest franchise in the NBA. Celtics are 1, Lakers are 2. Knicks are 3. Those are your 3 franchises. Bulls would probably be 4. Those are your franchises. Cleveland is not on that level.
But man,
LA's got some sex appeal to it.
That's why they've fired their coaches so recently. You would take that job with lack of job security because of the franchise history. That's why coaches are getting fired left.
But Cleveland just fired Bickerstaff. Why'd they do that?
You named 1. How many have the Lakers fired?
Well, they also fired Platt, and they didn't keep Lou. Yeah, I understand. They fired Ham and they fired Vogel. I get it. I understand. Yeah. All right, Stevie, you chime in for a change. Go ahead. Let me hear.
Listen. I love me some Jeannie Buss. So to me, to say something like the Cavs is a better job, you have to take into consideration who you're working for. And she's a special lady. She means a lot to the game. But I would have to concede that the Cavs are the better job at this moment in time for a couple of reasons. I think that, number one, the expectations are exponentially higher living in Los Angeles, the pressure cooker that it is, particularly when you're representing the Lakers. And although Jeannie Buss is one of the great people you'll ever meet, the reality is that sometimes when you're in that market, you have to succumb to the pressure. And that can be a headache. So if you're trying to have tenure someplace, it certainly would be Cleveland over Los Angeles. Secondly, Donovan Mitchell, he's not LeBron James, but he is a star in his own right. He's 27 years of age, and I don't suspect that he'll stay either. But because he's 27 and is as terrific as he is, there's assets that you can acquire for somebody like him because he's not 39 going on 40. He's not in his 21st season going on his 22nd season. And because of that, he's got youth and he's got that youthfulness on his side to go along with his star-studded play, particularly in the postseason. He doesn't show up and choke. He shows up and puts on a show in his own right. So we can't forget that either. You got to look at Mobley. He's a big-time asset. He's only 22 years of age. Jared Allen, when healthy, he's only 25 years of age. The senior citizen on that squad in terms of the main cog in their rotation is a Karis LeVert. He's only 29 years of age. And so when you look at a Max Strus, who's 27, along with Donovan Mitchell, a Darius Garland, let's not forget his name, a starting point guard, rather, and a really, really credible player, he's only 24 years of age. And so if I'm looking at it from that perspective and I'm thinking about the assets that I have available to me, and then I'm taking into account the number of changes the Los Angeles Lakers have made in recent memory, combined with the fact that you just made the best coach in college basketball, calling it a big-time offer before we saw it, and then you see it, and suddenly you're offering him to be the 6th highest-paid coach in the NBA, with 5 different guys already getting paid more than him, but you're asking him to relocate himself and his family to come and take the Lakers job. You're feeling yourself as a franchise to some degree, and you're not really adapting to the times that we're living in and understanding from an ownership perspective. You're going to have to come out of pocket. You're going to have to pay some dough. You're going to have to make that kind of investment, because when you're coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, guess what? You need to have some cachet. That's what it really, really comes down to, and that's what we have to look at. I would tell you that the Cavs is a better job right now than the Los Angeles Lakers, until the Los Angeles Lakers prove to us that they've recaptured some stability in terms of having a willingness to pay coaches, not try to pick their staffs and stuff like that, and do things a bit differently than they've been doing it.
Do you think Hurley made the right choice staying in Connecticut?
It's a very tough call. I would have gone. I think it's a very interesting point with Andrea and what Stevie are saying. The Laker roster is dubious. You got a 40-year-old in LeBron. Yep. I love this emoji, by the way. It must be me. That was funny.
Who?
LeBron.
Yeah.
I loved it. But you got to probably deal with Bronny, which is another issue altogether. Bronny should not be anywhere near the NBA right now. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Oh, come on. He's not an NBA player. Steve, is he an NBA player, Stevie? Bronny?
You're hot this morning.
Not yet, but he has. Some people say he has the potential. I haven't seen him yet, doggy. I haven't seen him.
Stevie, he averaged 4 points a game at USC. It's not like he played.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people were talking about before, obviously, his heart ailment took place at USC. They was talking about the potential that he had. He got cleared to play this year, but they brought him back slowly, and they believe that he may have the potential. Yeah. I'm not saying I haven't seen him, doggy. I haven't seen him. I'm just telling you what some are saying, but others have been relatively critical of him and saying he's nowhere near ready.
Last thing really quick. So do you feel like the reason Hurley stayed was because of the money?
I think the reason Hurley stayed is because the Connecticut thing to him is stronger than the Laker appeal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Family, wife loves it there. He's got it going. He's won the 2 titles. He's getting paid. Well, you know better than anybody.
Yeah.
$8-9 million a year now when the new contract comes in.
We'll see.
So let me get this straight. The Lakers tell everybody, Stevie, that this is the guy they want. They fly the family out there Thursday night. They romance him, and the offer they give him is 6 years, $70 million? I mean, you got to be kidding me. That is a atrocious job. They were awful with that. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA,